Welcome everyone, it's Unstoppable Steletsy, and I'm going to be doing another one of those Age Mythology Divine Edition Major God previews for you. We haven't done one in a very long time. Last time I did one of these, we were doing Aten of the Egyptians. As with before, I want to get through the old Pantheon base gods first, so after Aten we will do Freyr here. Then we'll do probably Demeter or Iapetus of the Atlanteans next. I want to get through those four, and then we can start getting into the Eldritch and the Romans and the Lakota and the Aztecs and all those ones. So many of them to cover. And more gods are on the way too, including in the next patch whenever it releases for this mod, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Anyways, I felt doing Freyr was going to be a pretty interesting idea, since Freyr is actually coming to Age Mythology Retold as well. That way, when it does come out in about 3 weeks, you'll be able to do some comparison, decide if you like Freyr from Divine Edition, or do you like Freyr from Retold better, basically. So Freyr in Divine Edition works a bit like Aten in the sense that he himself has a unique god power, has a unique technology, but when it comes to the minor god selections, some of them are completely unique and ones you haven't seen before, whereas the other half are ones that the original major gods of the Norse actually have. So you see you got Freyr here, Bragi, and Balder here from some of the other major gods you know from Age Mythology. Whereas for new ones, you got Uller here, you got Valley, and you got Viar here. So you got some pretty good selection, I think. That being said, let's go into Freyr himself, see what he's good at. So Freyr focuses on cavalry and economy. Yep, just like we heard that Freyr in Retold was going to have a very economic focus from the devs. The way it works in this game is, fighting generates all resources, not just favor. If you're not too used to the Norse yet, something that you'll have to learn really quickly is basically when your units fight, in particular your Hersers, and sometimes other units depending on which rendition of AOM you're playing or mod, they generate favor. But in the case of Freyr, not only will you generate favor when you're like raiding and fighting things, but you're also going to generate gold, you're going to generate wood, and you're going to generate food. This is going to make you a really good economic powerhouse the more fighting you're actually engaging in with your human and hero soldiers, basically. Also, cavalry is 10% cheaper, Jarls train 50% faster and move 10% faster, making your mounted units really effective with Freyr. So if you really like the Jarl and its potential as an anti-myth unit, as well as its general combat stats, go with Freyr. And also, myth units do an additional 200% damage against myth units. So Freyr's myth units, no matter which ones you end up picking, whether it's the Valkyries, the Balbors, or some of the newer ones, they're going to be great at sniping the enemy's myth units for you, so you might not even need your Hersers or your Jarls to even deal with that. You might just be able to get away just making a few of your myth units to take out some of theirs and start dominating them. Sounds really powerful if you ask me. We'll see though. So his god power is Day of Glory. Freyr's blessing shines upon you, doubling the resources gained from combat. This sounds like a very economic focused god power, so I think once you get into the heroic age maybe, or a little later, and you're doing lots and lots of warfare, that's probably the time you want to call upon this god power and just really rack up the resource count that you're actually getting, pretty much. Because not only are you going to be getting a little bit of food, wood, and gold on the side when you're doing the combat, but with this it's really going to be astronomically much better for you, so just something for you to keep in mind when you're playing your game. I think the later in the game you do it, in terms of combat, I think the more it might help you out. To the right we have the Gift of Gold, Freyr's unique technology. Freyr's gifts make dwarves train as quickly as a gatherer, and cost only 50 gold. So if you love making dwarves to do a lot of mining, this is going to be a great technology for you. It's going to make them come out super fast, and you're not going to have to put in as much gold to make them, which means you get to keep more of that gold for making military units or upgrades. Overall, very good stuff for you. I think we're off to a pretty good start with Freyr. I really like him. And in particular, I really like how Freyr encourages newer players to engage in more combat. So even if they don't understand the whole ox card macro that the Norse offers, they can get some extra resources on the side just by being aggressive with the Ulfsarks and the throwing axemen, all that stuff. Let's see if his unique minor gods are actually just as good as he is. The first one we have here is Ullr, the god of snow, archery, and skiing. His improvements help your archers. So I would assume probably your throwing axe and definitely your, what's that thing called? It's called the Bogsviger. Yep. The Bogsviger archer. Yeah. They kind of have a different hero in Age of Mythology Retold, if you haven't noticed. Instead of this unit, they basically have a hero skirmisher that throws javelins available at the Great Hall, pretty much. So yeah, at least they sort of took some inspiration from this and moved it into the Retold game. But anyways, getting back to the Ullr stuff. His god power is Ullr whips a small flurry around your human soldiers and heroes, making them all but immune to pierce damage. So what does that mean? Basically, you can withstand arrow abuse, basically. Yeah, we'll have to test that one out in a game, because we're going to be doing a quick supremacy game against an easy bot to just show you what the gameplay looks like for Freyr. Fortunately, we can't do deathmatch in Age of Mythology Divine Edition because apparently these mod civs completely break down when you do that because of the way you queues them into the game. And it completely turns you into Zeus, basically. Instead of a Norse god, you're basically Prostegma. And it's totally messed up. It's alright. We'll get there when we get there. But, the myth unit of Ullr is the Troll Carrion. A swift mythic archer fires deadly arrows. Toxic arrows. Ullr gives your Troll Carrion toxic arrows, upgrading them to Vile Tox Carrion. Troll's Carrion, which can shoot a powerful area of effect arrow. So essentially that means that your very powerful myth unit here will gain a splash attack when it's firing its weapon. This is really good against groups of hero soldiers, and probably even more so human soldiers, right? Basically anything that really groups up into a small mass, these archers are going to have a real easy time blasting through them, I think. They also have yew groves. Ullr's blessed trees let your buildings shoot a distance of 2 and see a distance of 4 farther. So basically you can see farther away by setting up buildings, and your stuff like your towers and your hill forts are going to actually be able to hit things from farther away, which is really good for any sort of turtle strategy. Not that you should be turtling, you should actually be doing a lot of fighting, but that being said, if you're rushing somebody and you're trying to set up towers to sort of pin them down, that's really going to help you to reach deeper into the enemy's base, pretty much, and even threaten their own buildings with yours. Pretty interesting, actually. Again, back to the Bogsviger. There is actually this technology called Force Reserves with Ullr. Ullr summons 5 Bogsvigers at your oldest town center. So basically, probably the one that you started in, if not probably the second or third one you built before the old one got destroyed. This is a pretty nice technology, I think, if you have the favor for it, which you should already have through all your combat, because it essentially gives you access to a unit you don't usually have until you reach the heroic age from the hill fort. This will give you a nice early advantage, provide some nice range cover for your troops that are going head-on the enemy. So I think, yeah, if you have some of these Troll Carrion archers along with these Bogsvigers, these early ones, I think, yeah, you're going to have a pretty good time starting out with this. If you want to go, for instance, with cavalry, however, you could obviously go Freyr as well, because you have that side option there. But I think for most people, you know, like me, we're going to love this archer gameplay here, and want to mass these trolls up with their deadly bows. Moving on, we have the second unique minor god of Freyr here, Vali, the son of Odin, born to avenge Balder. His improvements help your human soldiers. His god power is Balder's remembrance. After Vali's vengeance for Balder, your human soldiers all lay down their arms and become hero villagers which can build. Very interesting. So basically this is like an economic boom technology. So, or a booming god power, I should say. Essentially, if you're doing like a lot of fighting, you feel like you're really taking a good control of the map and you need some more map control and you need to construct some things, maybe grab some of the mines and the hunts on the map. This is a great way to take all of your Ulfsarks and your other stuff and turn them into villagers that can basically run around and do all the gathering for you. Quite good. Quite good for booming, quite good for just map control. If you want to still be able to construct stuff while being able to gather. Like every other civ basically does, right? Every civ where the villagers can actually build. So yeah, that's always good. His myth unit is the Draugr. Undead myth unit can deliver a powerful mortal blow to enemy human soldiers or weaker myth units. So that sounds like it does like a lethal attack, a lethal charge attack that basically completely knocks them out pretty much. Sounds pretty powerful, honestly. And for those that don't know, I think the Draugr has a reference in Age of Empires 3 modding, because isn't the Draugr AI the improved AI in the old Legacy Age of Empires 3 game? Oh yeah, that's right, it is the Draugr. So yeah, that's where I recognize that from. The first time I've thought of the Draugr was basically the improved AoE3 AI that they used in Napoleonic era. Now it's a undead myth unit that instantly kills stuff with its charge attack, or sounds like it does. Quite powerful though. I think when you combine the Draugrs with the troll carrion archers here, that's a pretty good myth unit combo. You put these in the front, you put these in the back. Only food and wood, so you don't even need gold for this really. You just need to be constantly fighting with stuff. That's actually a pretty solid way to rack up resources with Freyr's bonus that he gives when you're fighting, granting you resources. Moving on to Vali's technologies here. He has Blades of Fury. Vali's Wrath fills your Ulfsarks with unquenchable rage, making them do additional 3 crush damage. That's pretty good. You know, crush damage is something really powerful, which in particular is going to make the Ulfsarks really great at sieging buildings. Attacking enemy structures, their houses, their racks, their towers, all that. Quite good. Definitely looking forward to that. Blind Justice, the pursuit of vengeance no matter the circumstance. Upgrade your Draugr to Narfuller Draugr, which do 25% more damage with their normal attack, 100% more damage with their special attack, probably actually instantly killing things, and have probably 100 percent more hit points, or armor, or speed, or something. I don't know, we'll find out. We'll find that out. 100 more hit points. Yeah, I was right about that. Definitely. Lucky I predicted that one. And the last technology here, Swift Childhood. Just as Vali grew to be an adult in moments, so do your human soldiers, training 25% more quickly. So yeah, basically yet another training upgrade that can help you get your human soldiers out really fast and fighting, basically. I think, honestly, playing Freyr, combat really snowballs out of control for you, because you get more resources from fighting. You have Vali's technology here to make the training of the human units quicker, so you're constantly fighting, and then in turn you get more resources to keep fighting. And all at the same time, you throw these nasty Draugr and Trollcarrion myth units in, and you got a really nasty combination working for you, too. Quite powerful, I would say. Quite powerful. Also, in particular, if you really want to beef up your Ulfsarks with some other technologies, you could actually go with Bragi here. You get the swine array, as well as the Call of Valhalla here, too. And the Flaming Weapon, so that's an option you can do too, but I definitely like what these Draugrs offer. You know, I think the Battlebor's great for knocking things around, but the Drauggr's more of that thing it's actually going to get the kill in a lot quicker, which I think is pretty neat. That being said, there is one more unique minor god for Freyr, which is Vidar, the silent god of vengeance. His improvements help your heroes. The god power of vengeance. Place Vidar's rune above one of your enemy's town centers to instantly kill any enemy near that town center when it is destroyed. So basically it turns the enemy's town center into like a nuclear bomb that once you detonate it by killing the thing, it kills all the protecting soldiers, villagers, all of that. I think that's a really scary thing to use against someone like Rex Goodwin, because he's always like turtling around his base and stuff, trying to rebuild stuff with villagers, trying to get all his, military there. So I could probably use something like that against him, and his whole army would get completely shredded, and then that would mean I could actually get my Ulfsarks in there and put a town center down and start pushing. That sounds actually pretty deadly if you can reach Mythic Age, for sure. The myth unit is the Hedron, a massive mythic tank, slow but nearly unstoppable. So basically it's a big giant, a big giant monster. It's very tanky, quite powerful. I remember using it during my Freyr gameplay last year. It was quite a powerful myth unit to use, definitely. And I know a lot of you like that gameplay too, since it had a lot of views. Almost as much views as Demeter. I don't know what everyone has about Demeter, but we'll see when we get there if people like seeing info on her as well in the game. Getting to the technologies though, we got Sunrise. The dawn after Ragnarok inspires the heroes to build 30% faster, especially town centers with an additional 30%. This I think is pretty powerful. You take this first ability here, Vengeance, you completely nuke their army, then you get your Hersers in, and you essentially instantly build the town center for yourself, which denies them from getting it back, which makes pushing pretty good. I mean, even once you use up your Vengeance, all the other town centers you take out with the rams and stuff, and the ones you can clear out, your Hersers are basically going to be able to go in and just quickly slap together that TC very quickly, which is really nice. When you have Glowing Spirit here, Vidar's Spirit causes Herser to be 25% cheaper and Twain 75% more quickly. This snowballs right with Sunrise and Vengeance, because you nuke their town center, you use Glowing Spirit to quickly slap together some Hersers, and then the TC goes up really quickly, which makes pushing ever more easy, I think. Especially when you're using the Hedrons to do the sieging part, I think. For sure. And then the last technology is Silence. Costs 500 wood, 20 favor. Vidar's Silence forces your ships to move 25% faster. So this one's a bit different than everything. Stuff we've seen with Freyr's mostly been land stuff, but this one's pretty good for water maps. If you're playing on Midgard or Mediterranean, and you're trying to get your arrow ships and your hammer ships around, your siege ships, this will definitely help get your stuff moving pretty quickly, I think. Quite a lot of good stuff here, I feel like for me, it's definitely good practice for combat with the Norse, because you're actually rewarded with resources for engaging in more raids and more fights. Even if they're not perfect, you get some extra resources in the back to put some more stuff in. For sure. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select Freyr right now. And we're going to pick an AI that actually works here. I think maybe Odin might be good. Yeah, Odin's pretty cool. Doesn't matter where we go on to, honestly, as long as it's like a normal supremacy-ish game. Let's do that. Tundra. I like Tundra. Tundra's actually kind of fun. Yep, fighting an Odin over here. You gotta make sure that the god that you're using is from the old game, because if it's one of the newer ones, it's guaranteed not to work for you pretty much. So, where's the food? Where's the food we need? We got food over here, right? Alright, so I think I'm gonna get some villagers to work on that. Start doing some scouting around here, see if I can find any relics or anything. Yeah, always move that ox cart as close as you can to the drop-off site that you want, because that means less travel time for your vills. It means quicker resources for you. Yep, and also, because we're not in Retold, hunting dogs is still a thing, so you should definitely get that as quick as you possibly can. Yeah, it's kind of interesting what they ended up doing with hunting dogs, because first they called it hunting equipment and moved it to what, the heroic age, and then they just got rid of it altogether and replaced it with the villager hit point technology with the same iconography to it. So yeah, what's up with that exactly? I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with that one, honestly. Yeah, because I think what the devs did in Retold was, I think, they were probably tired of seeing everybody getting hunting dogs right at the first second the game starts all the time. They're like, you know, if it's a tech you get at the start of the game each time, it's probably not even worth having it there anymore. It's better to just have acceptable hunting rates, basically, so you don't have to research a tech all the time, you know. Because if you're playing the game for the first time, I assume people aren't going to know 100% every time, hey, I have to actually get this technology hunto pronto right away. And they go like, oh, why am I doing so bad in the ranked? Well, because you didn't know to get hunting dogs in the first few seconds of the game, buddy. Yeah, pretty much, you know. I didn't know that until I was recommended some of Boyd TV's tutorials on the Norse and the Greeks and stuff. Then I realized, oh really? So that's how you get ahead. You basically get hunting dogs super quickly, so your food gather rate is pretty decent. Yeah, that's about it, really. Oh, there's more to that, but it's a good start, though. It's a good start. Get these goats in. It's totally recommended. I will probably, oh yeah, you have to build ox carts from the TC still in the old game, right? In Retold, you can actually build the ox carts with either your dwarves or your gatherers, which is a pretty nice thing to do, because you don't have to wait on the town center to put it up for you. What do we need? We probably need some gatherers over here. You can go nice and mellow and slow here, since the bot's not that skilled. As long as he doesn't come with a big army and wipes us out, we should be good. I think we'll be good with, I probably shouldn't even get any dwarves until I get that technology of Freyr's out to make them cost only 50 gold. Yeah, that sounds like something I should probably do here at this point. Let's see. What else we got for food? So last ammo over here, and then we'll have to move out and grab some of those orcs, I believe that were, yep, down here. Can do that. Nah, we don't need an Ulfsark. We just need to keep producing villagers. Get the temple down. Yeah, it's not that expensive, but you still have to get some fighting done to be able to afford it. I wonder, do you actually get favor from hunting, like fighting wild animals and stuff? Because I noticed they have 3 favor there. Wonder where that came from. I imagine you can. That's probably why I have that. Yep, it starts to go up when I start hunting. Yep, 5 favor. Yeah, so now I can get that magical technology. going, so that way once I get into the second age, I can start making a lot of dwarves at that mining site. Probably what I should do is just get this and get this. Yep, so that way I can go right into Ganolar over here. Then I can move all my gatherers onto the, yeah, I could probably start, yeah, I can do that. I can start moving them onto here, start getting some more wood. Because we're going to mostly want our dwarves to be doing the mining, I think. It's probably the way to do it. Grab another ammo over here. And if I stand corrected, since this is Freyr, it means I actually get resources by hunting the animals, by firing the arrows at them, because that's considered battle, right? So that's pretty cool, because that means you actually get even more resources just by hunting stuff. Not even like really fighting. Pretty neat to keep in mind for sure.
Yo.
I'll just put like one gather on here until, yeah. I got my troll carrion here. Really scary looking archer unit. Quite powerful. Where's my oh, I'm chasing him. That's what I'm doing. I'm not, yeah. Get right to constructing. I'll just put a house over there. Yep. I don't want that. I just want to get another dwarf over here. Eventually, I'll just be able to keep a constant stream of the dwarves coming out, I think. But it'll probably take a few seconds to get there. It's good to just have some line of sight out here, so I'll just keep making those. Yep, get another dwarf. How many dwarves do we probably need? Probably a good number of them, I can imagine. Not that expensive in favor, just 8 favor. Not bad for a range unit, honestly. It's like once I start getting into some real combat here, we're going to start seeing that favor go up. And I'm going to actually be able to stack up quite a few of those to really pressure the enemy with. Reason why I wanted to put it on like the easy difficulty is we really don't want the bot getting super violent and aggressive and messing up our builds and everything. So kind of want to play this as casually as possible. Hopefully when some people want to play some Divine Edition with me again, we can see some actual multiplayer and see how effective Freyr is against someone like Rex or Alden, Topak or someone willing to face me. Yeah, see, now at this point, you can really snowball the number of dwarves that you can make because they're so cheap and they train so quickly. And now, actually, I can start to think about combat and getting a longhouse going. Let's get a house as well. How many more dwarves? Maybe 2 more or 3? May as well just get as many as I want at this point because of how cheap they are and how quickly they come out. Somebody should legit make a version of the Golden Gift campaign where you're literally playing Freyr instead of the Odin and Thor, basically. Yeah, that would be pretty neat. Oh, I'll get some more dwarves. Doesn't hurt.
Skip here,
Got a TC over there. I should probably start getting 2. It's about that time.
Yo.
Yeah, I'll start grabbing that TC. I got enough reinforcements here, I think, to do that.
Yo. Something. Something. You will. Yo. Yo.
Hver þar? Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Start grabbing these.
Yo. You will.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat thing about Norse is because your military is the one that builds. If you're like getting ready for a rush and you're trying to get a TC at the same time, just keep adding military onto the building process and the TC will go up quicker.
Yo. Something. Yo.
Get some throwing axemen so it's not all just anti-cab.
Tilbuin.
Yeah.
Something.
What do you think about what they did to the Ulfsark and Retold? They rebranded it as a Berserker. Instead of being anti-cab, it's basically just a quick axe swinging thing. It has a really good rate of attack, basically.
Yo.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how they actually
You will.
made their anti-cab unit actually the herdman, so like an actual spear and shield unit.
Something.
Yeah, they did a lot of reworks to the Norse roster and Retold,
You will.
which I think generally helps you out a bit because it does make sure that you can access stuff a bit easier, right? You don't actually have to get a hill fort to get a nice range hero unit. You can just get them from a great hall pretty much in the heroic age.
Something.
Gives you a bit of an advantage going in. And at this point we could probably start to get some of the...
Predator.
Yeah,
Yo.
for that,
Predator.
we're probably going to get our gatherers here under control.
Já.
Get
Skipan.
all those. Yep, there you go.
Tilbuin.
You can work up here. That should be pretty safe for us at this point. Yep, okay, an ox cart to go up there with them.
Tilbúin? Já, samþykkt.
Tilbuin.
Start working at this one.
Blódsveit.
Can start to get my husbandry at this point. Start getting this. Eventually I'll want to think about farming as well.
Skip til orrustuslag. Já, ég vil.
So yeah, once I get some more favor, I should be able to get that and
Tilbúin.
get a nice early
Hver er það?
group of the Vodsvegers to start attacking with.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Satt. 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 Já. Já. Satt. Hver er þar? Já. Já. Satt. Já. Hver er þar? Ég vil. Satt. Já. Til orrustuslag. Ég vil. Til orrustuslag. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Satt.
Oh, so the Troll Carrion does like a poison arrow attack, right? I saw it did a little effect when I shot it. Yeah, see the little green orb there when it shoots? Yeah, so it does do some special attack. It's pretty neat. Yep, right now we can pick this up, get some nice Vodsvegers in to help us out against the Valkyries if he makes any more of them. Yeah, and we're already getting off to a pretty good combative start here.
Hver er þar? Já.
I lost a Herschel, that's too bad, but we'll make up for it.
Til orrustuslag. Hver er þar? Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Yeah, these
Já.
Troll Carrions here do some good poison damage for sure.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já.
Yeah, another one. At this point I could get some farms up here, probably I could handle with an IOQ, so I don't have to think about it as much. Yeah. How many... Yep, these are the Vodsvegers. Yeah.
Já, já.
Tilbuin. You
Bogsvegers, not Vodsvegers, Bogsvegers.
Tilbúin. Já. Satt.
I'm more used to growing up with the version of the game. It didn't have these in it, so yeah, not too used to its name.
Samþykkt.
I know what it does, but I just forget its name all the time.
Yo. Something. Samþykkt, samþykkt, já.
Let's attack you with these.
Ég vil, já. Samþykkt, ég vil.
And at the medium upgrade as well, which is pretty good.
Já, samþykkt, ég vil, já. Samþykkt, sækið fram. Já. Samþykkt.
Yeah, just chase them away at this point.
Skipan, ég vil.
Why don't we just get all our houses? Why? No reason not to.
Samþykkt, skipan, já.
Don't get houses, no reason to, honestly. Here. What's this? Gold gathers quicker. Where did my ox cart go? The one that I wanted over. Yeah, didn't really go where I wanted to, did it? No. Yeah, you need to be up here with the dwarves up here,
Tilbúin.
helping them out.
Satt. Samþykkt. Hver þar? Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég
And
vil.
at some point we can get the armory as well.
Samþykkt. Skipan. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Tilbúin. Ég vil.
And then when we hit the
Tilbúin.
hit
Ég
the
vil. Samþykkt.
heroic age, we can try out Freyr's
Satt.
god power to see how much resources we really make from it.
Skipan. Satt. Satt. Satt.
Já.
Just get that now. Yeah, we need the armory to actually get up in age. Let's put one over here, I guess. Oh, they can't actually construct
Já, ég
anything.
vil.
They can though.
Já,
Tilbúin. Skipan, ég vil.
Get some of these hearsers now since they construct so good. Later on.
Já. Já. Samþykkt. Skipan, samþykkt, já. Ég vil.
You're done hunting,
Ég
right?
vil.
Yeah, I'll just get some more elf sarks and get working on this.
Já. Satt.
Have this ox cart available for what we need. Get some bronze shields.
samþykkt.
Hver þar? Ég vil. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Hver þar? Satt. Já.
Should be good on that auto queue.
Tilbúin. Satt. Satt.
Yeah, I may as well get one started over here too. Get that eco on this side.
Skipan, ég vil.
See if there's any salmon over here I can grab.
Skipan. Satt. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Yep, at the end of the houses, which is good.
Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil, já.
Yeah, I should get a hearser over here to grab that
Samþykkt.
relic as well.
Tilbúin, satt.
Wouldn't hurt.
Satt.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Satt. Hver þar? Satt. Samþykkt. Já. Já.
Go up with Valley. That's a new portrait for Braggy there. Pretty interesting. But we'll go with Valley here.
Já. Já. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Tilbúin.
Throw an axe when we got so many resources for it. Resources for that. Yeah.
Skipan.
Been a long day.
Satt. Ég
But this
vil.
is probably the funnest part so far. Yeah. I really like Divine
Skipper?
Edition
Something.
because it just gives you a really nice variety of different pantheons and major gods to work with. Yeah, I definitely hope that they bring this over to Retold, which I've heard some of the devs potentially doing if they can find some people that can actually code stuff over there. It all depends on how moddable Retold is, which I'm assuming it's probably going to be because both the extended edition and the original Titans was pretty moddable in its own right, so yeah, I think it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Get some of these Draugrs. Yeah, these things look pretty ferocious. Quite undead. The way they're sort of slumped over with their... Looks like their head's a little slumped over when they run, and they just move with like blind movements and stuff. Sort of swaying their skull around. Pretty frightening thing to come across, even before it does its charged lethal blow against you. Yeah, I'll get some hearsers here. Probably can move a temple up above as well.
Something.
Yo.
Skipan.
Yeah, I'll probably put a temple right around this area. And at this point we could probably stop this AOQ as well. Pick up our fortified town center and get some more pop.
Ég vil.
Pop will be popping. Pop.
Satt.
And if the bot's not going to use that thing, we might as well use this ourselves, I think. Could be pretty helpful for us.
Something. Yo. Ég vil. Yo.
See that? The bot's being really courteous, not even building on these settlements. Yeah, just because I didn't give him enough IQ to do that. It's kind of unfortunate for him, but really fortunate for us because we can showcase all these features. I'll just get this for the toxic arrows for the Trollcarians right now, because these are going to be a pretty big part of our army, I think. Get champion, or heavy infantry, and then we'll get champion later. Start getting some of these armory upgrades.
Skipan. Yo.
Tilbúin? Já, timbur.
I'll just attack with some stuff and rack up some favor for us.
Sækið fram. Já. Til orrustuslag.
Ooh, instant kill. I saw that with the Draugr. Quite powerful. That's really nice.
Til orrustuslag. Skipan. Já.
I could just see myself using that against Rex Goodwin's Aztecs, you know, those Yahui, big giant red salamander things that breathe the fire. I could just see myself slicing my blade with the Draugrs into them and just knocking them out instantly. Or close to instantly. You know, you do have to definitely do some pretty decent fighting to get the special technology here, which is called Blind Justice, to actually get the Draugrs strong enough to do that, probably. Yeah. And on top of it, which I didn't think about, because I'm playing as Freyr, all these myth units actually deal 200% additional multiplier damage to the other myth units. So they become effectively assassins and wipes out the enemy myth units very easily. Quite powerful. And since we got a map control edge at some point when we get enough of favor, basically I can start to put a hill for it somewhere. Yeah, but for right now I'm just going to focus on getting this going. Start getting the upgrades, all these technologies. Yeah. Don't have to worry too much about efficiency at the moment. Infantry have more hack armor. Why don't I grab that one too? That one looks pretty nice. Yeah, I'll grab that one. What's going on here? Angry bear? Hungry bear? Probably the bear is more intimidating than this AI. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Get some more armory upgrades. Basically destroying it right now.
Tilbúin.
Get the market over here in the back, because that's normally what you do, right? Not that we're probably even we're not gonna need any trade docks, I don't think. We're probably just gonna be fine with the gold on the map, because the AI isn't moving too far for us. Yeah, I should just throw a bunch of Hersers down to generate more of the favor. Sounds like probably a good idea. Get this going. Get some quicker training.
Skipa, já, já, something, satt, ég vil, satt, ég vil, something, ég vil.
Let's just rack up some favor doing that. Yeah, you get a lot of favor just by throwing some Hersers there at them. Look at all that favor again. We're gonna get a bunch of easy myth units out of all that.
Something, já.
Hver það atrás?
Yeah, I'll start getting some draugrs now.
Skip, já. Something. Tilbúin.
Oh, the Hersers alone are just beating up everything, even the human soldiers. Pretty insane. Oh, they got an Ulfsark, that's why they got an Ulfsark with them. That explains it. That explains everything.
Tilbúin. Something. Já.
That means there's probably a town center over here I might be able to grab as well to get even more pop. We'll just focus on getting Viar right now. Against some of those big hulking tank myth units that we heard about. The Hedrons.
Something, satt, já. Ég vil, já. Something, satt, já. Ég vil, something, já. Satt, something,
Let's do some scouting around here.
Something, já, já, já.
Now I wonder though, like, what happens if I get this ability? Do I become like impervious to even town centers? Yeah, like, oh, is it like a shield? Yeah, and well, it's not, doesn't make me immortal, but it does give me some pretty good protection here for sure. Yeah, they basically turn completely whitish when you see them here. Yeah, look at all the town center bolts this aspect. 70% pierce armor. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at how tanky they are. Look at how tanky these things are. They just become like the town center cave and wiped them out. Look at this. I'm just wiping them out with just. It's only insane. Yeah, like the Ulfsarks are honestly a bigger threat than the town center is. Oh, but then it wears off. All right, wears off. Yeah, so you can't do it forever. No, I want to see this though. I want to see Vengeance. What Vengeance does. I want to see what Vengeance does. So can I get Vengeance over here? Where can I get Vengeance? Oh, it can't be targeting enemies. I think I misread it. Oh, it's one of your town centers. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if he destroys one of my town centers, I do it. Alright. I thought for a second you could use that as an offensive ability, and if you could, that'd be way too bonkers, I think. So that's probably for the best that they can't do that. Yeah. Baldur's Remembrance. Oh, so yeah, look at these heroes. Look at how these heroes, they're basically hero gatherers. They can stab things, but they can also chop things too. Yeah, pretty neat.
Fyrir þar. Satt.
Oh yeah, their population drops because they're like civilians, right? So we can actually get some more myth units and stuff. Quite interesting, all this stuff. Oh, do they have to go to drop out? Oh no, they're just like, oh yeah, they'd have to go to drop out points. Alright, I was wondering if they were like the Atlantean citizens that could actually sit there and chop infinitely, not have to bring it back anywhere. Oh, this is neat. This is neat.
Tilbúin. Something.
Wonder what happens if we send all our hero villagers at the enemy. Are they actually that good against myth units and soldiers and stuff?
Something.
Probably. We'll see.
Something.
We'll get this going.
Tilbúin. Já. Satt. Something. Satt. Something. Til orðustu skipan. Já. Fyrir það. Satt. Ég bið.
Yep,
Já.
stab.
Til orðustu
Stab. Yep, you get favor from that. Great. Oh, oh no, the Heroes jumped in too, so it's a bit biased. And then my troll carrions launching poison into that.
Já.
Yeah, just see what the gatherers do by themselves.
Skip satt. Tilbúin. Something. Til orðustu slag. Já.
Oh, they completely wiped out Ulfsarks.
Something. Já. Tilbúin. Ég bið.
Yeah, they completely wipe out Ulfsarks. Then I'll pick up Swift Childhood, so our units come out pretty much instantly. Could also see how the Ulfsarks do with Blades of Fury.
Skipa. Ég bið. Atrás.
Get Sunrise. Oh, so this actually helps these hero villages as well, since they're also heroes. So yeah, these things will become monsters and like building TCs as you rush your enemies with them.
Atrás. Já. Atrás. Til orðustu slag. Ég bið. Atrás. Til orðustu slag. Something.
Imagine dominating with just villagers like this. Like crazy.
Til orðustu slag. Satt. Atrás. Skipa. Ég bið. Atrás. Fyrir það. Atrás. Fyrir það. Til orðustu slag. Fyrir það. Atrás. Til orðustu slag. Fyrir það. Tilbúin. Til orðustu slag.
A lot of favor though. Lots and lots of favor. I'll get Sunrise so I can get some quick building. I'll just stick a hill fort. I'll just spam hill forts on his TC and not do anything else maybe. That's what we'll do. We probably don't need Glowing Spirit at this point, but it's nice to know we got it. Ah, Blades of Fury. How quick do these come out now? Yeah, they come out really quickly. Come out really quickly.
Something. Skipan.
Also, we need to check on Day of Glory as well
Skipan.
at some point, so we should probably do a test of that. Yeah, we'll do it right about now, right over here.
Já. Satt.
See how it works.
Something. Ég bið. Já.
See how many resources we get from it. Yeah, that's not bad. That's why I think it is. How do these Ulfsarks do against the town center? Oh yeah, they're excellent against the TCs. Yeah, just by themselves they can wipe out a TC with that extra crush damage. Yeah, and then we'll get the Hedron to go for an attack. Get some Narfol or Draugrs in there. Yeah, it doesn't work on heroes though. Wiped out that gather instantly. Perhaps you would allow me to leave with some dignity. Sure, why not? I'm nice. I can play nice. I can play nice with you. Oh, fun game. What do you think? Do you like Freyr here? We'll have to compare him to Freyr when Retold comes out, because I did buy the premium pack, so I'll see firsthand what Freyr's all about in that game. Hopefully he is a major god, hopefully not just a minor god. That would be kind of dry and bland and corny, and you know, we want a full Freyr major god. It would be great from day one of Retold for us to get a new major god. That'd be great. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this little presentation of Freyr in the Divine Edition mod. I'll be covering the other major gods and pantheons as well, so definitely be on the lookout for that. I definitely want to get through this series, ideally before we release, and mostly before Retold comes out, so everybody's brains doesn't act like a kid in the candy store and they're like, Retold, 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 and then they forget about this. They're like, oh, what is that? What is that? We got Retold, doesn't matter. We got like that. Won't happen to everybody, you know. I'll remember Divine Edition. Rex will probably remember Divine Edition. The devs will remember Divine Edition. But you know, when the new shiny thing comes out, sometimes we forget about the mods that were there before, and why get all the info out to you now so you can get all pumped up with all this cool stuff while you're waiting for Divine Edition, for Retold to come out. So anyways, see you next time. Signing off now from this little presentation of ours.